And welcome to another episode of the Koto's Mojo. And as always, I'm your host, Patrick Koto. Oh my goodness, we got ourselves a lot to talk about today. We got our friend Ian on the show. Ian, how are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing fantastic after a great Blackhawks win last night. Connor Bedard made his NHL debut, got his first NHL point with his assist with Donato. So yeah, I was very, very happy with how the Blackhawks played last night. And very happy, man. Chicago Bears won on Thursday
Oh my
night.
God.
Oh yeah.
A month ago, we were asking ourselves, why are we Chicago sports fans? Because the Bears are playing like shit. The Cubs were, choking away their seasons. And the White Sox, well, their season's been over for, since May.
Yeah.
And then, the Blackhawks were our only hope. And then, yeah, like you just mentioned too, the Bears winning last week, but we will touch on that shortly. But let's definitely touch on our Blackhawks. The Blackhawks getting a big opening night win last night against Sid the Kid and the Penguins.
Yeah. I don't know if did you watch like from the beginning?
I
Like
caught
from
the
puck
tail
drop?
end of it.
Okay. It was really cool because they had Connor Bedard on the first line and they had him do the face-off at the start of the game, and they had him and Sidney Crosby do the
I
face-off.
love it.
And the referee was like, Sid, welcome to another season. Connor, welcome to the NHL. Let's have a great season, boys. That was so cool, and just another reason why NHL refs are better than any other referee that
Yes.
you see in any other sport. They're just so respectful. They love all the players. But it was great, and I'm excited to see them play against Boston tonight.
That also doesn't surprise me too, because Bedard and Crosby did a little promo before the game as well. And I was like, oh, I love this.
Mhm.
The one great player meets a new upcoming great player.
Yeah.
And
And
he
it's
looked
crazy.
really
They were
good last
saying
night.
that Connor Bedard was only like 18 days old or something when Sidney Crosby got drafted into the NHL. So that's crazy. That's the first like player that he faced off against in his NHL. And he loved Sidney Crosby when he was growing up. He was one of the greats when we were kids. So
Yep, him, Patrick Kane. We had our fair share of great hockey players watching while growing up. But
Ovechkin.
Ovechkin, oh, I forgot about him. And
Hmm.
I mean,
And
we
he's
all
still
know that
playing, man. He's old and he's still kicking ass. I love Ovi.
we know that Patrick Kane will forever always be our favorite Blackhawks player, but there will soon be a new one coming soon.
Oh yeah. Oh CB.
Yes, sir. And now it's only the first night. Are we expecting playoffs? Maybe not. I do expect improvement though from last season.
Yeah, definitely still need to work on the power play. We still seem a little sloppy with that. I don't know. I feel like we could maybe scathe our way in, like to a wild card spot or something like that. But
Right.
I don't see us going far. I think we still need to build around Connor Bedard and all of our new draftees that we got. And Corey Perry, I mean, he's looking really
Oh
good. I mean,
yes.
he's late 30s and he's still kicking ass. So I'm glad we picked him up to kind of come into a leader position. One thing I do like about this season, we're not naming a captain. We're doing that out of respect
Yes.
for Jonathan Taves. So that's really cool. He's suffering with his medical issues that he's got, but he's
Yeah.
he's he's still our captain. He'll always be our captain.
Yes, sir. And it's only the start of an exciting season for the Hawks, man. Finally, too, because the past few seasons they've been struggling.
Yeah, and we got a long road trip to start off this season.
I
We
know.
we don't play at home until the 21st against the Golden Knights.
I can only imagine how much those tickets are going for.
Oh yeah, the
Connor
home
Bedard going up against the defending Stanley Cup champions.
for
Ooh.
the home opener as well. Yeah, those will be a costly ticket. I ain't going to that, I'll tell you that. But
We'll,
I
we'll
don't
find a
know.
Hawks game down the road, but not that one.
Oh yeah. I don't know if you checked out the Golden Knights game after the Blackhawks game last night. They did their banner raising
I saw
ceremony.
that. That was awesome.
Dude, that was so fucking cool. They had like the Rock in the center ice, and they had the
Let's
Knight like pull out
go.
the sword, point towards the giant golden Knight head. All the players came out. That came out with the Stanley Cup, and then the way they raised their banner ceremony, they had like a slot machine, and they hit that, and it had like three Stanley Cups on there, and then the banner came like from behind the slot machine, and it just rose up, and Dude, you guys got to look up a picture of this banner. That is one of the coolest looking banners in all of sports, I got to say. They did such a great job designing that.
And of course, too, seeing the Knights win it last season, I was happy to see the Knights win it.
Oh yeah, new team. They've been around 5+ years or so. I mean, their first season, they went to the Stanley Cup Finals, so you knew that they were a threat to begin with. And yeah, they finally got their first. Really, really cool to see for a new franchise like this. And it seems like the fans in Vegas are just really committed to this. I mean, it was their first professional sports franchise for the whole city, so that's pretty damn cool.
Yep. Now you got the Raiders, and then potentially Oakland coming, but the Knights.
The A's are going. The A's are going for sure. Oh, everyone's leaving Oakland. That place, Oakland's turned into a cesspool. Yeah, it's a cesspool, dude.
Well, speaking of Chicago, man, it's great to see the Blackhawks do good, but the Bears finally woke up. Fields finally got to do Fields things, and we finally got to see the real DJ Moore.
Yeah. And DJ Moore, what was it? 3 touchdowns over, was it 300 yards?
Yes.
Or so.
And earned Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, he almost broke the record, I believe, for like a Bears wide receiver for touchdowns. Not for yards. But I did see, he won the NFC Player of the Week. And that's the first time that's ever happened for a Chicago Bears wide receiver since 1999. It
tells you something.
Yeah, they don't give this award out like yearly or monthly. This is a weekly award, and we have not had a wide receiver be the NFC Player of the Week since 1923 years.
It's been a while.
Years. That is ridiculous. Yeah, you would think that we would have had something with Muhammad back in the day.
Brandon Marshall, Alshon Jeffrey.
Yeah, dude, I thought Alshon Jeffrey would have definitely gotten that. I mean, he was amazing with us back then, but
we thought Allen Robinson could have won one, but no.
Yeah, it just shows the kind of talent with all the wide receivers there are in the NFL. So that is really, really huge for DJ Moore to get the NFC Player of the Week for a wide receiver.
Well, not only that, too. I mean, it's also good to see, the Bears at career 230 yards.
Yeah, 230 yards. I mean, that's absolutely incredible. Justin Fields looked great. Offense looked great. Defense still.
Well, at first at the start of the second half, we were like, "Oh, great, here we go again," because we had that shit happen with the Broncos, and we're like, "Oh no!" Mm-hmm. And then the biggest, breathing room that we had in the game. So we were up 30-20. The Commanders were moving the ball. I think we had a big sack in that drive, which is good because the Bears have always struggled to pressure the quarterback. I think, was it Strowman that came in on a blitz and sacked Sam Howell? A DB did come in on a blitz and sack him, which is,
I remember the sack. I don't remember who it was, though.
Yeah, but that was big, and then the Commanders missed the field goal, and I'm like, okay, we could run the clock out, and then Fields throws it to Moore. Kind of a risky pass, but it paid off. Touchdown Bears.
Yep. Hey, it wasn't as risky as who was it? Miami. They should have taken a knee.
Oh God! How do you fuck up a game like that against Georgia?
Dude, they had such a great lead. All they had to do was take a knee, end the game. But nope, they want to keep on going. What happens? A fumble, and then
what happened?
Yeah, dude, that's the biggest. What happened? Oh my God.
Yeah, that's hard to believe too. And not only that, it's been a while since we've seen a Bears receiver, hauling that many yards, 230 yards. I mean, that's just crazy.
Yeah, we have not seen that for a very, very long time. So, yeah, great to see. That is a great look for our future because we know that DJ Moore and Justin Fields are both young players. Hopefully, we keep them and just build around those guys. But one thing, though, that's been kind of disappointing me is that we haven't really seen anything from Mooney at all this year.
Well, and not only that, too, there was a couple times where they targeted him in the game and he couldn't haul it in. I'm like, Mooney, come on.
Yeah, nothing like he's been the past couple of years that he's been with us. So I don't know if he's just getting outshined by DJ Moore coming in, but I don't know, man. He's got to put in some work.
Well, speaking of DJ Moore, he is known as the Viking Killer. and that's who the Bears play this week. So
Yeah,
maybe,
he'll
and the
come
Vikings
alive.
don't have Justin Jefferson this week.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
this is another winnable game for us, including the Raiders.
Yeah, well, and the Vikings they suck too. So
We always have their number, no matter how the games go.
no, yeah, it's weird. We're always good against the Vikings, no matter if they're like the best team in the league that year. We always find a way to beat them.
Exactly, and the Bears too. I mean, some of the players are starting to come together. We're getting some players back. We're getting Kyler Gordon back. We're getting Jalen Johnson back. We got Tevin Jenkins back. Eddie Jackson, I could care less about him.
Nah.
The Stevenson kid, he's not bad. Like, we are getting some key players back. Our running game did take a big hit with the concussion from Roschon Johnson, an ankle injury from Khalil Herbert, but I have a good feeling about Deontay Foreman because, well, it's the Bears. They always hit on the head with the running game.
Mm-hmm. And we got Justin Fields, too.
We just can't have him get killed.
No, can't have him get killed. Just be smart out there, that's for sure.
Exactly. And I have, yes, it's one win. Yes, it was against a shit defense, but I'm excited. I'm excited to see what happens.
Yeah, I still definitely have very low hopes for this season. But like I said, we build around DJ Moore, Justin Fields. I think we can possibly put together a good team. The front office is still shaky for me. So I don't know. That's me as the hopeful Chicago Bears fan that I am.
Yeah. Well, and those Caleb William dick riders can shut the fuck up.
Okay, we get any quarterback. Dude, if we got Patrick Mahomes, we would have ruined him.
Yes. Oh my God.
It doesn't matter.
We would have ruined Deshaun Watson. We would have ruined Lamar Jackson.
Well, Deshaun Watson kind of ruined himself. So
that too. Well, he would have got it ruined in two different ways. Let's put it there.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yes, no, Fields is fine. Fields is fine. I do not want Caleb Williams. Hearing those Caleb Williams chants is just a sign of stupidity. And I'm like,
with the way that this season is going, I think the Patriots are going to be drafting him, man. I think,
Mac Jones sucks.
Dude, Mac Jones sucks. The Patriots are just god awful this year, and it's kind of great to see it because they have been great ever since we were little kids. So
they were the evil empire that we watched growing up.
Yeah, basically. So I can definitely see them looking after Caleb. And they might do something well with him. I mean, I think he's a great quarterback. I think he's 1,000 times better than Mac Jones. It still surprises me that they picked Mac Jones because I'm surprised that Mac Jones was even like a highlighted target to take in the draft. I mean,
the only reason why he was a highlighted target is because he played at Alabama.
Exactly. And what happens to every single Alabama quarterback? It's garbage.
Tua is still working.
Happens all the time.
Exactly. So yeah, no, I have no hopes for Mac Jones, but again, it is good to see the Bears succeed again. Well, hopefully they learn from this and pick up some more wins. Well, at least win more than we did last season for sure.
Yeah, gotta go over 3 wins.
Exactly. Well, we have 2 more winnable games coming up.
And we do.
And speaking of the rest of the NFL, I mean, the Lions, man, they're 4-1 on the season.
Lions on top, baby. Like, yeah, we're NFC North fans, but man, right now, this season, I hope the Lions win it all. Like, they've been through a lot. They're very, very dedicated fans, and they deserve it. They deserve it. Campbell, I think he's one of the best coaches in the NFL right now. Like,
I love him. I love his energy. Dude,
he's
Sam
got that
Laporta,
dog
the rookie. Sam Laporta, the tight end rookie. He was a good pick the minute I saw it for the Lions. I'm like, the Lions have their tight end of the future. Look what he's doing right now.
Dude, and grabbing David Montgomery was an amazing decision for them, too. I think that
exactly.
He's just been doing great things for Detroit. Good for them, man. Good for them. I really hope they go out and win the Super Bowl this year.
Yes. And the Packers can just suck it. Jordan Love was
Jordan Love. Oh my God, he had 3 interceptions on Thursday night, or no, on Monday night.
Yeah, that last one in the end zone was terrible.
Oh my God, dude! Finally, after all these years, the Green Bay Packers have a shitty quarterback, and I am all here for it. It's like on
Holy shit.
SpongeBob when the guy is chasing them about the chocolate, and he's like, finally! And he's got like that
Yes.
crazy look on. That's me right now with the Packers. I'm like, finally.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, Packers fans will still find a way to shit on us because they beat us week 1. So,
They'll still beat us on the week 17. They'll still beat us.
but Jordan Love sucks.
Yeah, he does. I love it.
I love
I
it
hope
too.
this isn't some kind of fluke, and then next year he's just like a god.
We don't want that.
No,
We
and
don't want that.
with Green Bay track record, it's probably gonna happen.
Yes, unfortunately. But going back to other teams too. I mean, the Dolphins are looking good. Obviously, we got to pray to God that Tua stays healthy.
Yeah, so far so good. Offensive line is being great for him.
I know before the season we were really concerned about it, and we had every right to.
Yeah, and McDaniel, he's one of the best coaches in the NFL.
He dropped 70 on the Broncos a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, and he used to be the Broncos ball boy, man. That's insane.
The former ball boy dropped 70 on his team.
Who would have thought, man? That is so cool. But no, I love the whole vibe that they got going on in Miami right now.
And they could win the AFC East because Buffalo's in trouble right now. They lost a lot of key players on defense. Like they lost Tre'Davious White last week. I think they lost Matt Milano too. So that's a big blow to that defense.
Yeah. Little early Super Bowl predictions, but Miami, Detroit. Can you imagine
like that?
If you told me that it would be the Dolphins and the Lions 10 years ago, that they'd be the top teams in the NFL, I would have kicked you in the nuts.
Oh, for sure. For sure. I was going to say, 10 years ago, I mean, yeah, they were like mediocre teams 10 years ago because 10 years ago you had, the Broncos, the Patriots, the Seahawks were on fire. The Packers were good as usual, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
Cisco was good. Well, San Francisco's good again, thank God.
Brock Purdy.
Man, that kid's something special. But yeah, no, Lions and Dolphins Super Bowl, I like that prediction. Even if it doesn't happen, I still love it.
Yeah, I think they're two of the strongest teams in the NFL right now, honestly.
Yep. And speaking of the Niners, man, I think they're the best team in the league so far.
Yeah, I would definitely put them up there as well. Yeah, I just love everything that's going on over there.
Brock Purdy, George Kittle.
Yeah, they finally found their franchise quarterback with Brock Purdy. I mean, the kid lit the world on fire last year with his performance.
He lit Dallas on fire, which I love to see.
Oh yeah, and then did you see what Kittle was wearing underneath his jersey? He had
the fuck Dallas shirt. I love it.
Oh man,
the 49ers have hated each other for a long time.
Oh yeah,
Doesn't surprise me.
I love George Kittle, and I just love him even more.
Oh yeah, one of the best tight ends in the league. You got Deebo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk. You got the Swiss Army knife and Christian McCaffrey. You got a loaded defense.
It's great to see for the 49ers. They've always been a team that I've always kind of liked. They're the California team for me.
Oh yes, no, I love the Niners too.
Mm-hmm. And they just got great colors, red and gold. It's
beautiful.
Oh yeah, their jerseys are awesome.
I hope the Niners go far.
Yeah, it would be great to see, especially with the young quarterback like Brock Purdy. And yes. George Kittle deserves a Super Bowl.
Yes, he does. That whole team in general.
Oh yeah. I actually want to. So, is there any update on Travis Kelce with his injury?
I think he came back in the game against Minnesota.
Did he? Okay, because I didn't see if he did or
maybe
not.
They didn't throw to him that much. It's because they want to be cautious. But I do remember seeing him in there, which I'm surprised Miss Swift wasn't there on Sunday.
Yeah, she disappointed a lot of people. But
I tweeted out and said, "Time to play a drinking game for every time we see Taylor Swift." W's tweeted at me saying, "You're going to be really thirsty." I'm like, "Who the fuck is she?"
Not at the game. But yeah, that's funny that she doesn't show up to the game and then her man gets injured. Like, that's funny. I was wondering if, like, man, if he's injured for like the rest of the season, we won't be seeing any more Taylor Swift at the games.
But yeah, no, he's fine. He came back in the game. strong man too. So
Oh yeah, he's a
he's
superstar,
fine.
man. I love
Exactly.
that guy.
Oh, I love. We are granted with some great tight ends in this league.
That's what I love about the NFL right now is there's so many amazing tight ends. Like it's always been about the wide receivers and running backs. Tight ends have always just kind of been there. They're like, oh,
Tight ends need
they
to
can
get
just
MVP.
block. Yeah, we need a tight end to get MVP.
Exactly. And Ian, we're at week 6. A lot of great matchups this week.
Yeah.
You know what we always do to finish the NFL segment. Our 3 picks, our lock, upset, and our third winner. I will gladly go first so you can pull up your teams.
Okay.
I'm going to go my lock. I'm going to go with the Lions to take down the Buccaneers.
Oh, that's a for sure.
Here's an upset, and you'll love this. The Bears over the Vikings.
Yeah. I wouldn't call it too much of an upset. Both teams are pretty bad, but yeah, I'll take it. I'll take with how the Bears have been. I'll take it, Pat.
Yep. And then my third winner, the Chargers.
Okay.
I know that's obviously a risky pick because you never know with the Chargers, but I'm going with the Chargers to take down the Cowboys.
Okay, sounds good. All right, so my lock pick. This is probably the easiest pick that I have to make all week. Tomorrow night, the Chiefs are gonna fucking stomp the Broncos. That's
I love that pick.
Sure. An upset.
Some good upset picks this week.
Yeah, there are. I'll take the Commanders over Atlanta.
I love that. I love that. Those always put on some good contests.
And then my third one, let's go Seahawks over Bengals. Bengals haven't been shit. Joe Burrow has been awful ever since he got paid.
They had a good game on Sunday against the Cardinals, but it's the Cardinals who are not so good.
No, they're terrible. And Seahawks are good again. I think Geno's just going to walk all over them, man. Geno Smith.
I hope so, man.
He's going to be MVP this year, man.
Oh, Nick would love that.
Oh,
boy, Nick is a big West Virginia fan.
Oh, hell yeah. Let's go. I love Geno.
Has he gotten a Seahawks Geno Smith jersey yet?
No, but I did get him a Seahawks hat.
I did see that, actually.
Yeah, he wore that to one of the Bears games we went to last year.
I remember he had one on the Lions game.
Yeah, I gave it to him like right when you were like picking us up, and I was like, "Here you go, I got this for you."
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
All right, Ian. Now let's jump on from the NFL to college football, and of course, when you have the Red River rivalry going between Oklahoma and Texas, that never disappoints. Mm-hmm. Oklahoma steals one at the last second. Holy shit!
Yeah. Oklahoma was great there at the end. I mean, just a great game in general. I mean, it always is.
Oh, yes. The Big 12, too, and they're going to be moving to the SEC, but the Big 12 itself is full of so much offense. I thought Mizzou lost to 21 ranked Mizzou lost to LSU by 10. I thought Mizzou could have pulled off that big win.
Mm-hmm.
Alabama somehow sneaked by A&M because we saw how bad Alabama got off to their start this year.
Yeah, they've been terrible. So, yeah, it was a close one with Texas A&M. I don't know. Did they go up in the rankings?
Alabama?
Yeah.
Alabama did. They did not. They're still at 11.
Okay, they're still at 11. Yeah, that's fair, I guess. Close game with Texas A&M.
But you were talking about, too, the Georgia Tech Miami game. How do you fuck that up? You ever heard of taking a knee?
Yeah, that is the worst coaching I've ever seen for any kind of sport. I mean, take the knee. You're up. What was there, like a minute left or something? There was like less than a minute.
Not even a minute, maybe like 30 seconds.
Yeah, and they ran the ball, right?
Yeah, they ran the ball.
Yeah, they just ran the ball, got a fumble.
Yeah,
they got a fumble, and then and they lost. It's just stupid. It's just absolutely. You need to fire the head coach. That is the worst loss.
She shouldn't even be allowed in the locker room after that shit.
No, they should have had the players jump him after that, man. Because I remember I saw like one video of a player. He was on the bench and he was just like, "What the fuck are we doing?"
Right.
Why, man?
But yeah, I'm looking at it right now, and it's like over 30 seconds left. Miami has the ball. Georgia Tech has no timeouts. 3rd and 10. You basically have enough time to take a knee because the play clock is 40 seconds.
Right.
Play clock was clearly under 40 seconds, so you could have took the knee and the game was over.
Yeah. I don't know if they had some kind of ego thing going on where they wanted to break some kind of record or any. It doesn't
Not
even
in that
seem like
situation.
it. No, it's.
You have another week too, FYI.
Yeah. So I don't get it. That was really, really dumb.
And that's Miami's first loss of the year. You win that game, they're 5-0.
Yeah, right?
But one of the biggest wins this season, and this fan base can shut the fuck up, Notre Dame getting spanked by Louisville.
I mean, we all kind of read the script the past couple of years. This is how Notre Dame plays football.
Exactly.
Win their first 3 games, destroy them.
Go 50-piece to the shittiest team in FCS and then go on the road and play a real team.
Yeah, like, oh, good job. You guys destroyed the Navy. Yeah, pretty much everyone does, man. Like, and now they're getting exposed. It happens every single year. They always go, it's the Irish year. It's the Irish year. Nope.
No.
We will never see Notre Dame in a national championship.
Never.
Ever. No.
Never again.
This is how it happens, man. Notre Dame just doesn't know how to play good football.
Nope, and they never will for sure.
And I love to see it.
Yeah, no, we all. Oh yeah, those Irish fans, they're so obnoxious as hell.
Oh yeah, I can't stand them.
Yep, and got a lot of good matchups this weekend. Ian, your Boilermakers take on Ohio State.
Dude, we're screwed. We're terrible, man. And we lost terribly against Iowa last week. I don't know, man. It just hasn't been good. Wisconsin killed us a couple weeks ago.
Yep.
We're not good in conference play right now. So Ohio State, I mean, they're ranked 3rd. They're gonna absolutely fucking destroy us. They're 5-0.
Oregon takes on Washington. Texas A&M.
That should be a good game.
Texas A&M takes on Tennessee. USC takes on Notre Dame in South Bend. That's another Notre Dame L.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, but I think it should be a great weekend for some football, man.
Dude, next weekend, though. Next Saturday is the big weekend. You got Michigan State and Michigan, Penn State and Ohio State, Duke and Florida State, Utah and USC, Tennessee and Alabama, Clemson and Miami, Washington State and Oregon. Obviously, we'll touch on all that a lot more next week. Texas and Houston, Ole Miss and Auburn. If you got plans next Saturday, you're out of your fucking mind.
Yep.
Or at least have a phone on you and watch those games.
Yeah. Next Saturday, Purdue is not playing. They got a week off.
Good.
We'll be playing Nebraska on the 28th.
Oh shit! I forgot boxing gloves.
Oh yeah. So if you ain't working, we might have to get together for that.
Oh, I will let you know.
Sweet.
Yeah, no, it's good to see. Good to see some fun from college football. And you know what else is happening, Ian? The MLB playoffs.
Yeah, it's been good so far, man. We had sweeps in the wild card, man.
Yes, we did. I think, Baltimore, I was honestly disappointed. I honestly thought Baltimore had a shot, but nope, they're out of the playoffs. I mean, even props to them for even making it.
Yeah,
nobody saw that coming. You want to talk about surprise teams this year? Baltimore was definitely one of those teams.
Yeah, I still think, they were the surprise team of the year, and it's just great things for their future, man. I mean, they got a lot of good things going on. They could definitely make a deep playoff run next year.
And then
they took the AL East, man. That's huge. That's real huge.
And the Yankees didn't even make the playoffs. So
no, they did not. So
things I love to see.
Yeah, I mean, I only root for the Yankees for Anthony Rizzo.
Right.
So
hard to believe too that we saw an ALS team, an AL East team last year. Remember when the Rays played the White Sox? Lance Lynn had that no through 6, and then it all just went down. Oh, that was painful.
Oh man, that was crazy. Dude.
And then everyone was literally lined up outside the stadium just to get some baseball, hockey jerseys.
Yeah. Yep, basically.
Yep, and then it all went downhill from there. But as of right now,
that's Chicago baseball, buddy. Like you guys will start off like shit. We'll start off great, but we're both going to end terribly. Neither of us are going to make the playoffs.
Yeah. So far, the Texas Rangers have punched their ticket to the next round.
Yep.
They will take on the winner of Houston and Minnesota. Come on, Minnesota, help us out.
Oh, dude, I would love to see, and just because the Twins have had that huge drought for so long.
And they finally won a playoff game too. And again,
yes,
they're the White Sox division, but I'm like, all right, Minnesota, you're good.
Yeah, no, I got respect for the Twins. Like, well, I'm not a White Sox fan, so I don't
right.
really care.
And we can't stand the Astros too. So
yeah, I like the Twins. I hope they go far and win it all. Either that or I would also like to see the Phillies do it just for Castellanos and Schwarber.
No love to our boy Nicky Lopez from the Braves.
Oh yeah, Nicky Lopez. I always forget that he's on the Braves now, man.
I know, right? And well, that series is tied right now. Did you see how that game ended on Monday?
I did not watch that. Actually.
Bryce Harper needs to know how to tag up because
yeah, I saw that on Instagram.
I forgot who it was, but one of the Phillies players hit the liner out to right center. Bryce Harper's like, oh no, we got it. No, the center fielder for Atlanta makes it an unbelievable catch. And because Bryce Harper didn't tag out, they had to make the throw down back to third to get him.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he made that catch like right at the wall too.
Yes, which made Harper think, oh, I got this. No. He gone.
Yep, you got to tag up. Yeah, because that was the first ever what was it, like 8-3 double play or something like that in postseason history.
Yep, and then we saw the fucking last year, the first ever 9-5 triple play, whatever the hell you want to call that.
Yeah, right.
You know which game I'm talking about.
Yeah, no, exactly. Dude, yeah, it's rare to see.
You gotta know how to tag up. I'm sorry, you're a professional for a reason, and that was not professional what you did.
Yep.
And then the Diamondbacks are up 3-0 on the Dodgers. Dear sweet baby,
they're up
Lord
2.
I'm sorry, 2-0. Excuse me, 2-0.
Yeah, I mean, that's great to see. I mean, Dodgers had a 100 game season, 100 winning game.
Well, that's the other thing about baseball too, is that some teams will play so great and then they won't even do shit. Like the year the Seattle Mariners won 116 games, they didn't even make it to the World Series.
Nope. It all matters once it comes down to the postseason, and the Diamondbacks are doing everything right. That's great to see because I fucking hate the LA Dodgers.
The Rangers are doing everything right too, and I don't mind Texas either.
No, that'd be great to see them get it too.
If it's the Astros and the Rangers,
man, the Battle of Texas.
Texas Rangers, please win. Please win.
Dude. The Battle of Texas, that would be insane.
And shit, Texas Ranger, little Texas Ranger from Talladega Nights.
Yeah, right? Walker, Texas Ranger.
Yep. Well, we're going to talk early predictions. I'm going to go for a World Series prediction, Rangers and Braves.
Rangers, Braves, eh?
Yep.
I'm going to go Phillies, Twins.
Philly wins?
Yep, Philly wins.
I will take that.
Yep, just because it's the Cub fan in me rooting for Castellanos and Schwarber.
That was Schwarber that hit that home run against the Cubs when we went to that one game, right? On NASCAR night? Literally the first pitch.
Yep, that was Schwarber. He got the Schwarber bomb on us, dude. So funny. He was I think he ended up batting like 185 at the end of the season for his batting average, but he had like 45 home runs, man.
That's all he could do, hit home runs.
Dude, more home runs and singles and doubles and triples. That's insane.
Exactly. Now, Ian, after all that baseball and football talk, let's start our engines and wrap up with some racing. Before we touch on the playoffs, the schedule came out last week. Lots of pros and cons. One of the biggest pros, we got 6 tracks on our schedule next season. Daytona, Kansas, Gateway, the Street Course, Indy, Oval, and Michigan.
Yep.
We
got a good schedule for at least us to go to for a bunch of races, so I'm excited.
Exactly. I'm excited for the 500, man. I can't believe that's coming.
Yeah, Daytona 500 is going to be awesome. Just a couple months away from that. Yeah. But, yeah, this schedule, I don't know how I feel about it. I feel like this is kind of one of the worst schedules that NASCAR has ever put out, to be honest.
Yeah,
surprises. We start off the season with 2 super speedway races, which I think is just fucking chaotic. We start off with the Daytona 500, and then we go straight to Atlanta. I get it. They want to kind of stay in the area, but damn, that is going to be a chaotic start to the season.
Somebody could get off to a really bad start in 2024 if they're not careful.
Yeah, right. And then for the playoffs, we start at Atlanta. So what I think is actually kind of cool what they did with the schedule change. So we have the 2 weeks off for the Olympics, and they still wanted to keep the Southern 500 as Labor Day weekend. That is always Labor Day weekend for NASCAR.
As it should be.
And they left it as that, but it's the end of the regular season now for Darlington, which I think is really interesting because that is a really, really cool styled track. A lot of different things can happen.
Great racing on that track.
Yeah, great racing. Cool way to end the season. But then we kick off the playoffs in Atlanta. We start off at a super speedway, and we have
two super speedways in the playoffs.
We got 2 super speedways in the playoffs, and then we go to Watkins Glen, which I love. I've always been advocating for Watkins Glen to be in the playoffs. That is the best road course that NASCAR goes to. But we're keeping the Charlotte Roval still. We're still having that run in the playoffs.
Another con.
And we just saw the race this past weekend, and that was a snoozer. Thank God for cautions that kind of made it more interesting.
I thought I was going to fall asleep when we were hanging out on Sunday.
Yeah, I mean, once the leader gets out, he'll take a 5-second lead, and you'll just never see him again. I mean, that's just how road course racing is nowadays with this
Unfortunately.
new car. They just can't figure out this car on these road courses. So, yeah, I just think it's bad that we have 2 super speedways and 2 road courses in the playoffs. I just think,
and at least with the too, which is another track we don't like.
Yeah, but at least with the super speedways, at least we're awarding drivers for more luck than skill for the playoffs, you know?
Right.
Like the first 2 rounds are basically just going to be given off of luck. I mean, either you're going to do well or bad based off of what happens at Atlanta and Talladega.
Exactly. So, yeah, that's an interesting. And then another con, too, is Bristol in March. Why?
Yeah, I mean, we've heard it from Dalton for so many years, and we just know it from watching NASCAR for so many years that the Bristol spring race is just always cursed with rain. It always happens.
It's going to be cold too in March.
Yeah, the springtime in eastern Tennessee, the sky's open and the rain falls down. We had that one race in June in 2020, and the racing was phenomenal, beautiful. Patrick. It was great racing. I just don't know why we can't go back to that. Why can't we have one?
If it was a summer race, you and I would go in a heartbeat. If it was a summer race. Because we were talking about potentially going, and then they decided to move it to March.
Yeah, so have one in June, and then have the other race in like August, September, whenever in the playoffs.
Exactly. But, yeah, it's definitely an interesting schedule. Again, we like Watkins Glen in the playoffs. We don't like the Roval. We don't like the 2 super speedways, but
I don't like Atlanta in it.
Huh?
I don't like Atlanta in the playoffs. I mean, I think Atlanta should just be one race, just with how weird it is, because it's still a 1.5-mile track, but it's built like to be raced as a super speedway, and it's a weird concept of a track, and I just think it should be a regular season race, not the second race of the season, maybe the 5th. But yeah, and then I was also kind of hoping, since Auto Club isn't on the schedule next year, they're done with that track. I was really hoping that they were going to bring Sonoma up for the West Coast swing, like in the beginning of the season. Because
can you imagine how beautiful it would be out there?
Yeah, dude, that part of California and that time of the year, especially the vineyard, it's growing, it's beautiful, it's all green. That would be amazing. But no, when they go there in the summer, it's all dead.
It's a desert.
Yeah, it's a complete wasteland when we go there for racing. So I would have thought that would be cool to kind of have that as like the 4th, 5th race of the year or something.
Yeah, and of course, you and I are also going to hit the Chicago Street Course next year. Yes, people, I'm going this time. I know some of you were dogging me for not going. Well, I had my reasons. I am going this time.
yeah. Patrick, we were already going to way too many races this year. We didn't need to spend that extra money. But
no, we did not. But we don't
have to worry about that for next year.
We have a good plan. We're good.
We got a plan.
We're good. It's going to be a fun season, man. I'm excited. And, speaking of racing, we're going to Vegas this weekend.
Yeah, man. Place your bets. Who you got winning on Sunday?
Well, we're in the round of 8, and we're going to Vegas. We're going to Vegas. I mean,
you got a playoff driver winning and advancing?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
What's got to go with the playoff driver?
Who you got?
You know who I think's going to punch their ticket to the round of 4? This
Who's
is
that?
this is a big gamble right here. Let's go Christopher Bell.
C. Bell, all right. I mean,
Let's go Christopher
dude,
Bell. Take a gamble on Bell. It's Vegas, so why not?
he looked hot at the end of the season last year as well. We know that this guy can perform under pressure. So why not get it done in the first race of the round of 8?
And if you want and go and for Xfinity, let's go Austin Hill. Make it win twice at Vegas.
Yeah, that'd be cool. For me, for this weekend, on Sunday, I am going to go with that 45 car, Tyler Reddick. I mean,
scheme.
Yeah, that paint scheme is beautiful, and we know that 2311 just kicks ass on these
paint scheme of the year, man. Holy shit.
Yeah, definitely. So I got Tyler Reddick winning, advancing to the round of 4. I think that would be badass.
Let's go.
And then for Xfinity, this is a tough one, man.
Really tough.
I think I'm gonna have to be that guy and go for Nemechek. I mean, he's just good at all the 1.5 miles. He's good at all those kind of intermediate tracks. I mean, I'd be dumb not to pick him this weekend. I mean, it's either going to be Nemechek or Austin Hill that's going to win the championship this year. I mean, Justin Allgaier and Sam Mayer, they're also in the top 4, but Sam Mayer, he's only really good on the road courses right now.
And that's where all of his wins have come this season.
Yeah, he just got that win at
Charlotte.
At Charlotte, so that was really big for him to advance to the next round for Xfinity.
AJ Allmendinger also getting the cup win at Charlotte. And how about we give a shout out to Bubba Wallace? Holy shit, what a season he had.
Ran his tail off all year. Hasn't gotten a win yet, but he has been one of the most consistent drivers. Got all the way to the round of 12. He just needed a little bit more oomph in that Roval race. I mean, dude, he was on fire up until they had that pit cycle, and then he got cycled all the way back to mid-20s. And we talked about this with this car. It is just so hard to pass on these road courses. Like, you basically have to move the guy out of the way if you want to get past him. So, and we know Bubba's not like that. He's a very respectful driver. So he bit the bullet. I mean, it worked out for his teammate. He advanced to the next round for Tyler Reddick. So, but either way, round of applause for 2311 Racing. Bubba Wallace, great season for this team that's only 3 years old at this point. I mean, they haven't really been around too long. So
this is third season for sure.
Yeah, pretty cool to see for a new team in NASCAR, because usually when we see a new team in NASCAR, they struggle for so long, but they were great right off the bat.
We also got RFK in its brand new in its second year, and you got Chris Buescher in the round of 8.
Right. Yeah, all these, like, I don't know if I would call them new team, definitely under new ownership, but like even Trackhouse, like one of their first seasons or their second season, Chastain got the first win for the team. These new teams in NASCAR, they're just figuring it out really, really fast, and they're just kind of blowing these other guys like Stewart-Haas Racing and Penske in the dust.
Well, Stewart-Haas Racing is soon to be a lost cause.
Poor Josh Berry. It sounds like Noah is probably going to take over that 10 car over at Stewart-Haas Racing. That's what Bob Pockers was saying on Door Bumper Clear this week. I mean, obviously, we got to see if he still has funding, but apparently he's been in talks with a bunch of other teams. So, and then we might see Noah Gragson back in the Cup circuit.
And if I'm correct, Carson Hocevar is going to the Cup next season.
Carson Hocevar will be driving the 77 for Spire Motorsports next year in the Cup Series. I think that's fantastic. The kid has been great in that 42 ride, taking over for Noah. And this leaves a ride open for Ty Dillon. And what I think is kind of funny is we got that news last night that Carson was taking the 77. Ty Dillon's out of his ride. About an hour ago, we just got news that Sheldon Creed is out of his 2 car in the Xfinity Series. And Ty Dillon has always said that he never wants to drive for his grandpa because he doesn't want like a ride gifted to him.
Right.
So when does Ty just bite the bullet and drive for grandpa? I think it's going to happen next year. I think he's going to drive the 2 or whatever the hell they renumber it, because when Ty was running Xfinity years ago, it was the 3 car. So we'll see. I think Ty is going to be taking over that car for Xfinity Xfinity taking over Sheldon Creed's car.
So where would Sheldon go then next season? I know it's a mystery.
No idea. I mean, the guy hasn't been able to perform in that 2 car the past couple of years. So
Yeah.
does he go back down to the Truck Series where he was good and he got a championship? I don't know. I could definitely see Sheldon being one of those Truck Series lifers.
Yes.
He'll be down like Matt Crafton or Johnny Sauter.
Well, one thing's for sure, speaking of drivers, we know Austin Hill will get a cup ride soon. Obviously, he signed a multi-year extension with RCR, but that's good because this is only his second year with RCR too.
Yeah, a multi-year extension, I really do think that means he's going to do one more year in Xfinity and they're going to bring him up in a cup ride. I really do feel like. And if my dreams will be true, I really do hope that Austin Dillon hangs it up, goes into a management position. Because he does
that 3 car.
He does a great job at the management position. I mean, he's the guy that brought in Kyle Busch into Richard Childress Racing. Dude, you suck at racing. Bring in someone that can actually bring in some checkered flags for Richard.
If Austin Hill could land himself in that 3 car, oh my God, look out for RCR.
That would be huge, man.
That 3 car is going to get back to its winning ways.
I hope so, man. I really hope so.
Hey, good for me too, because he's a driver I've been following a lot lately.
Hey, there you go.
He'll be my number 1 once he gets a cup car in front of Chase.
Things I'd love to hear, Pat.
I know. Yeah, no, I love Austin Hill. The guy came up to us and said hello at us at Auto Club. Austin Hill's the man.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'll always have respect for Austin Hill.
And then one thing we forgot to touch on, the trucks at Vegas. Let's go Hocevar. Right.
Yeah, buddy, you know what? I'm gonna be right there with you. I really like Carson Hocevar. I mean, I've been saying probably ever since the kid joined the Truck Series that I didn't like him. I thought he was an idiot. I thought he was a reckless driver. I thought he was dumb, but he really opened up. He got to show like the true person that he is. He's a really, really funny guy. And he kind of
got that Joker smile.
Oh yeah. And he learned from his mistakes. He's become a better and cleaner driver. I've gained a lot of respect from him.
I've been starting to like Hocevar too.
Yeah, me too. So yeah, he's gained a fan out of me. I'm a big fan of old Hocevar.
I hope Hocevar wins the championship.
Me too, man. I mean,
he call me crazy, but championship, I'm going to go Hocevar, Hill, and Byron.
Okay, we're talking championships. I'm going to go Hocevar as well.
Yep, I went there.
I hate to be that guy, but I'm going to pick Nemechek to win the championship. Sorry, bud.
It wouldn't surprise me if he did, because he's that good.
And for Cup, you know what, man? It's Denny's year. This is
respectable.
This is the year of Denny Hamlin. He's one of the best in the series. One of the best to ever come around here in NASCAR. He can't retire without a championship.
No, and he's been getting the wins when it's mattered this year, or he's there this year. So yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing Denny win a championship this year.
He ain't afraid to move a guy either.
Huh?
He ain't afraid to move a guy either.
You saw what he gave Larson a nice little bump at Kansas.
And Pocono.
That he did. I had to piss off Kyle Larson 1-on-1. Let's give him a nice little tap. Kiss his ass.
It's a beautiful thing.
Awesome. Well, it'll be exciting for sure. You got Vegas, Homestead, Martinsville. Hopefully the weather's good at Martinsville because
hopefully
it's always weather dependent with that track for the racing itself.
Yeah.
Yep. But yeah, no, I am excited, man. It's a fun time it's an exciting time to be a sports fan right now. And the NBA starts next week.
Yeah, I know preseason just started, but yeah, let's go. I'm more excited for college basketball.
Oh, aren't we all?
Yep.
Awesome. Well, that'll wrap up for the show. Ian, as always, thank you so much for coming on. Love talking sports.
Hell yeah, buddy. Gonna be a great couple weeks for Chicago fans.
For sure, indeed. Well, as always, everyone, thank you for tuning in to the Kodos Mojo. We will see you next time.